Hello, welcome to my daily watercolor practice video. In this video series, I practice something different in watercolor every day, and I have different kind of topic or thing that I'm tackling every day of the week. Today we are going to practice cling film because we're on day 9, week 2. So I'll be using cling film to create some textures and hopefully have fun. And I hope you join me. It's going to be very easy exercises. I'm mostly focusing on just trying to understand better different techniques and things. So I decided that today I want to focus on shaping the cling film in different ways and seeing if I can create something nice. But to start with, I think I'm just going to do just a random one because I think that will help me compare it with the ones that I shaped. So for this one I'm just going to just place the cling film randomly. I just added some water to my paints, and I'm going to use some very wet washes, random colors, doesn't really matter. I think I'm going to go for green and blue. I'm literally just going to blob them on, not really even having any plan. But they do need to be wet enough. I know that if it's too dry, it's not going to work very well. I'm just blobbing on some color. Maybe a little bit more blue here and there. Okay. And then I'm just going to lay down the cling film. I will scrunch it up a bit. And let it dry. It would be good if I had something I can lay down on. Maybe I'll just use a scrap piece of paper. I'll put this down on it. Hopefully that will somewhat work. And then for this one, I think I'm just going to do it here. What I want to do with this one is create this more regular lines to see if I can use this for water, for example, for like painting. Why is this wet? Oh, never mind. Yeah, like for example, just painting water. So again, I'm going to use a very watery mix. I think I'm going to use the same blue because I'm using Winsor blue or Phthalo blue. Is it Winsor or is it Phthalo? It's Winsor blue, yeah. Maybe I'll add a little bit different shade. Cobalt, a bit of cobalt, just to add a bit of interest in it. Make sure it's watery but not too drippy. I feel like this is a little boring. Why not? I'm going to go in with purple. Let's add a bit of interest. Okay. There is a bit of a blob here, but hopefully that will be okay. Right, so what I'm trying to do now, why are they wet? They're a little bit wet. Don't know why. I am a bit messy. Oh, there we go. Just created a mess. Hang on. Before I ruin the next page. Part of the problem is I lost the clip for my pages. Normally I have this clip that can hold down the pages. So not having it is kind of making my life a bit difficult. But at least you get to see what it's like for someone messy who doesn't really know what they're doing. Maybe you'll feel better about your own attempts because mine are riddled with failures. So I thought it could be nice to, I'm just trying to kind of like stretch this cling film and just like create these horizontal lines because I generally like using cling film, but when I do it randomly I don't really, sometimes I struggle to figure out what to use it for. So I thought that maybe something like this will be nice to use it like for water and stuff like that. Another idea I had is I want to try to do a flower, but I'm not sure if I have enough space. I kind of don't want it to disturb this wash, but I think I'm going to try. So this time, what should I do? If I do, maybe, I think this time I will actually put the water down first. And then I'm going to do like a yellow center and red around it. Now, this is still going to be very messy because I'm mostly interested in the texture. Should I use it? I think I'm going to use cadmium yellow actually. This brush, I don't really like it that much. It's a little bit floppy. It's a little bit hard to control, but it's fine. So I'm just going to start with like a yellow here. I think I'm gonna go for pink. Permanent rose, for example. I might have to switch the brush because this one is a bit, I don't know, I don't really understand this brush very well. Right. And I feel like maybe if I add another shade, maybe something darker, like quinacridone magenta, just to add a bit of interest to it. I'm not going to mess around and blend it too much because I think the cling film might actually do that anyway. Okay, I think I'm just going to try this. Now this is something I am experimenting with, so it might work, it might not. But hey, I'm just going to have a sip of coffee. Because I can't wake up today even though it's like 4 p.m. Okay, so I'll start with like a center. Should I just do like this? Not sure. Bit of a center, and then I want to try to shape the petals. How do I shape them? This is a bit tricky. If I hold my finger down and then just kind of, I don't know if this will be enough. It might be enough of a control. Yeah, I think that will be kind of okay. And then what I probably will do is then do another layer where I'm actually going to shape the petals a little bit more. But now I will need to be patient and I will need to let this dry. I will actually weigh it down with another piece of paper. And yeah, let it dry, and we will be back when it's dry and the fun will begin. We will start peeling it off and seeing how it looks. Right, so this should be dry now. Let's see. Let's start with the first one. That's kind of just a random one. Is it dry? Looks dry. This is quite nice. I think it could make a nice background maybe for like some like leaves or something. Nice. Okay, let's now have a look at this one. I'm quite interested to see how this turns out. I just need to be careful not to, because this one is on top of it. Maybe I'll start from this corner. Let's see. Oh, I'm peeling this one as well. There we go. Okay, so there is a bit of a direction in it. I think that's actually quite nice, especially if I then, yeah, maybe, and if I ended it here, it kind of looks a bit like water, doesn't it? I think this can be useful. Okay, now for this one, I think I do not think it turns out how I wanted. I don't think it will look like a flower, but I feel like I could maybe do another layer and shape it a little bit. Let's find out anyway. It's actually looking pretty nice. There's this harsh line here. I think that's where the cling film ended. But the randomness is also quite nice. Right, so how can I could shape it, but I don't want to. I'm worried that if I start shaping it, that I will overdo it. But I will try anyway. Let's see. I will start with the same color. Let's just clean my palette a little bit because it's messy. So I was using permanent rose. Permanent Rose and Quinacridone Magenta. I will start with Permanent Rose. I'll just do a fairly pale mix of Permanent Rose. Right, if I just went a little bit. Try to do the petals a bit. I'm so afraid to do too much. No, this is not really working. I think I'm just being too gentle. Right. Okay. If I wanted to maybe turn this into a leaf, this and this, and then soften the brush. Soften, I mean clean the brush and soften the edge. Something like this. And then maybe same with the other ones. Okay, so if I shape the petals a bit. I'm really struggling with being too controlled. I don't like controlling watercolors too much. I just kind of go like this. Because they do so many pretty things naturally. When I come in to put my few cents in, it often ends up worse than when it started. Right, I'm just going to soften the edges. I don't really know what I'm doing. I think I will probably leave it like that. No, I won't leave it like that. I think maybe what I should focus on is the center. And it seems when the yellow and pink like mixed together, it created this like brown color. It reminds me a bit of like a maybe raw umber, maybe burnt umber. I'll go in with burnt umber maybe. Wait, this one is raw, this one is burnt. Maybe I'll just mix them both. I'm even letting a bit of my pink mix as well. I feel like it needs to be darker. Okay. So what I'm going to do is actually suggest a little bit of a round shape. But then I will do cadmium yellow at the top. I'm not really sure yet where I'm going with this. I'm just playing around, trying different things. And then if I added a little bit of like dots, some yellow dots. Okay, I think I'm going to leave it at that. But basically what this shows is once you do your texture, you can do another layer and create something with it. I think that's a fun part of it. This one, I could actually just like, even if I just turn this into a sky, should I do this? What if I literally overlaid it with pink so that it looks like a pinkish blue sky? I think I'm gonna do it, but I think this time I will use a flat brush because I want a fairly controlled horizon. Should I turn it upside down? I'm gonna turn it upside down. Okay, we'll go again with the Permanent Rose, and I will literally just overlay it and let's see what happens. No, entire sky. Just layer it. I'm disturbing the layer underneath. It's starting to kind of bleed a little bit, but look at that, it looks much better upside down. Actually, I'm not mad at it at all. I think this is quite nice. So there you have it, just some random textures. This is very random, but you can actually use them. And yeah, just a little bit of detail, a little bit of shaping, and things are coming out. This definitely, this flower, this petal needs some fixing, but I'm not gonna touch it anymore. I am very tempted to create leaves here, but I think I'm just gonna leave it at that. I need to kind of, you know, stop my control side a little bit. But yeah, this was very fun exercise, and it definitely encouraged me to use cling film a little bit more. I don't normally use it because I find it so overpowering, but it definitely can be used. It's definitely something worth playing around with. So I hope you'll try it for yourself. And if you liked this, I do these sort of exercises every day. Like yesterday we did wet and dry. It was just some very simple exercises, but I find them very helpful. So if you're interested, I will link my playlist at the end of this video. And yeah, remember to be kind to yourself. Remember that watercolor takes practice. So I wish you happy painting and hopefully see you in the next one.